Today on the compliance tip of the day, we're going to look at some current M&A issues under the FCPA from the domestic perspective. The compliance tip of the day. This is the podcast where we bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. And now I'd like to say a few words about the latest podcast on the Compliance Podcast Network, AI Today in 5 with 5. Thrilled to announce the inaugural episode of my latest podcast series, AI Today in 5. I wanted to do a short, curated set of stories and news stories about AI for the compliance professional and the greater business professional. You can check it out on Megaphone, the Compliance Podcast Network, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Apple, or wherever great podcasts are listened to. Check out AI Today in 5. This week on the Compliance Tip of the Day, we consider the role of the board in various compliance issues. Today, we present a framework that the board can utilize to help think about AI governance going forward. Today, we're going to use the Google 4-pillar approach from its Responsible AI Progress Report to provide you with a framework for you to think about how your board should consider AI within your organization. Number one, build governance into your entire AI lifecycle. Don't bolt it on at the end. Embed it in every phase of the AI lifecycles. Companies that start with AI principles that act only as a North Star can use it throughout the entire lifecycle, pre-launch, post-launch, etc. For the board, the lesson is clear. AI governance is not a one-off approval gate. It must be a living process for the board. 2, max and taxonomize AI risk before they map you. We've previously talked about the risk mapping exercise that a compliance officer or other officers should do, but the board needs to oversee this. You need to map your AI risk, identifying not just current vulnerabilities, but future potential harms, and codify it into an entire taxonomy, covering safety risk, security risk, privacy risk, transparency and accountability risk, perhaps reputational risk, or others. This supplements internal research, or you should supplement your internal research with external domain expertise. This is similar to a third-party risk assessment program and something a board should be comfortable with. 3, treat testing as continuous, multi-layered exercise. The board must continually oversee compliance and not just on an annual basis, absolutely at least quarterly, but hopefully more often even at this stage. And think of this as ongoing testing, but test every time there's a policy change, shift, etc. 4, manage risk with layered mitigation and transparency. This is where policy meets execution. You need content safety controls, security mitigations, privacy safeguards, launches, and user transparency. This is a way to underscore the value of phased development by starting with internal teams and trusted leaders, and then on to a greater series of stakeholders. And 5, invest in the ecosystem, not just the enterprise itself. This is going to be critical for you on a go-forward basis to not overlook this strategic element. You need open sourcing tools, funding research, contribution to standards, and providing developer toolkits. So what does all this mean for the board of directors and compliance professionals who might be reporting to them? Number 1, governance must be embedded, not simply bolted on. 2, formalize a risk taxonomy before deployment. 3, make testing relentless and diverse. 4, layer mitigations and make them visible. And 5, and most importantly, shape your entire AI ecosystem going forward. So the board will use these in conjunction with compliance or the other function in which runs AI. It'll be a great framework for you to work with and through. The things that I'm happy to do for you, the compliance profession is if you have a question or a series of questions you would like some compliance tips on, I'm happy to take any requests that you might want, certainly anonymize them, and give you a quick tip, either one quick tip or maybe a week's worth of quick tips. So if you have any tips you want about your compliance program, you can shoot me an email at tfox@tfoxlaw.com. This podcast was created and produced